Yes, Mzansi, welcome back. It's your feel-good breakfast show opening up on S3 right now. And let me tell you, there's a lot to celebrate, especially if you are from the Western Province, because World Sports Betting Western Province sealed their Pro 20 title defense with a commanding 48-run victory at the WSB in Newlands Stadium. And it was a strong batting display, set up a total of 142 runs for 8 wickets before a dominant bowling performance, dismissing the opposition for 94 runs. And this is what secured a triumphant campaign. Now, we've got some of the pros here right now. We've got players Faye Tunnicliffe as well as Kayla Renniker, who are joining us in the studio to chat about their back-to-back winning season. Before we get into it, let's put our hands together and say congratulations! The champs are here! Ladies, how are we feeling?
Good. Yeah, stoked.
You're still recovering from the celebrations last night?
Yeah, too much water.
Well done for waking up this early, and I think this is a further celebration for something incredible. Back-to-back champions. I think it's always harder the second time because you've got a target on your back, you set a bar, and everyone is coming for you. But somehow, you just blocked them and defended them all off. You crossed them over the covers. What's the reason for this? What do you think is the reason for this dominant performance and for being able to have the stature to win this thing back to back?
Yeah, I think, like you said, having a target on our back, I think we kind of like that as a team.
You do?
Yeah. We're a pretty dominant force and we're pretty relentless on the field as well. But I think we set it as our goal to win both trophies, both the 50 over and the T20.
Yeah.
We came pretty close in the 50 overs, we came second. But yeah, in the T20, we just said we want to continue our dominance, and we were like, we're going to retain that trophy no matter what.
And the momentum was there for it, man. It seemed like there was purely a task at hand, which was very definitive. You guys were focused on it. The mindset, though, for a final, obviously anything can happen, right? And that's very important because you can have the best of the best just crack, and then it's all for nothing. But you didn't crack. What was the mindset like going into a big day like this, Kayla?
I think saying that it's the final, it was just another game, you know, like
just
having that
day.
mindset. Yeah, just another casual Sunday, you know. But yeah, I think the ladies, we knew what we wanted to do and we knew what the plans were leading into Sunday and the T20. But having the same mindset that we had throughout the season was really important, and not to change anything, just keep it as simple as it's been, you know. And yeah, I think that's helped us.
You say it, and it's easier said than done, because I think a lot of Mzansi and girls that are watching right now are inspired always, but also wanting to know how to deal with that pressure, because it's a lot of pressure. And I think in this day and age, we all have to develop some sort of a system to go in with it. You say you have to have a strong mindset, but what are you actually doing to stop yourself from like giving into the thousands of people in the crowd, right? The coach is putting the pressure on you. The players have this expectation of you as well. How do you deal with that? What is that process? Because I'm sure people will be listening and wanting to learn from this.
First of all, I wouldn't say we have like thousands of fans, but
you do. Hello, listen. There's a lot of people supporting you.
We're getting there, but no, I think I say a lot that like being in the present moment, you know, yes, sometimes you can get ahead of yourself so quickly, but just bringing yourself back to in the presence, like knowing where you are, who you're playing against with, and in which stage of the game you are, but also not changing your game. You know, that's very important. Like what's been working for you, just take that into the game. You know, you don't want to change anything that's been working. Yeah.
And I mean, you put the hard work in. I mean, Faye, how often and how long is the preparation before even starting a tournament like this, right? I mean, you're putting in a couple of months of sacrifice, a lot of focus and work, so you know what the task is at hand, but then it's another thing actually actioning that task and staying there. From a sort of team perspective, how do you ensure that you don't drop that ball and you keep that momentum week in, week out, and deal with that pressure? Faye?
Yeah, I think like from last season, we knew that this season we had to kind of dominate because the women's game has professionalized. So now everyone that we're playing against, they're paid professional cricketers.
The level has changed quite a bit.
Exactly. Yeah? So our pre-season is quite extensive. Like we'll have 2 or 3 months where we're just kind of drilling fitness and stuff like that, and then skills. And then to implement, we need practice games and all of that. But then when it comes to season, I think it is just about relying on the work that you've done. and trusting that process, trusting that you have done enough and that you've done more than your opposition. And I think that's the confidence that you can take into a game, knowing that you've ticked all the boxes.
And not just on your own, but the entire team has done that. So you can count on each other. People are willing to put their hand up. Where to from here? I mean, you guys are literally soaring through back-to-back champions. Do you get a chance to breathe? Do you get a chance to recover before setting up the next goals?
Yeah, we get about a week.
Oh, wow. Okay.
No, I think for provincial stuff now, it's going to be about a month off, a month and a half, because the season is quite long. So yeah, probably about a month and a half. But I mean, like, the hard work doesn't stop. We still need to maintain fitness and all of that stuff. So maybe just a solid break from cricket, and then thereafter get back into skills. There are a couple of the ladies in the Western Province group involved in the national setup.
Oh, amazing.
So might be a couple of camps and tours and all of that. So hoping for the best there.
And this being the era of professional sport for women as well, are both of you professional athletes? Are most of the players in your team professional, or are they still hustling side jobs? Is it still one of those situations? Because that's often the case in our sporting world, right? Is that the case here with this team as well? Is everyone able to focus on the game solely?
I think more and more we can focus on the game, but there are still some ladies who they have like something on the side, they're doing something else, maybe still working the jobs that they were working beforehand, because it is difficult to just up and leave that. I mean, cricket is finite, so setting something else up kind of helps. But yeah, for the most part, it is, you can sort of live off of what we're getting, but some girls do sort of work on the side as well.
Oh, I love that. Well, again, I've got to say congratulations. You are doing incredible stuff. And Faye, I've got to say well done for not only what you've achieved, but I hope that when it comes to that national format that you might crack into that squad and do even more incredible things. Kayla, I want to say well done, because last time you were here was under 19 talking with G in the cricket world, and now you're already a senior, already doing the most. So next time I see you, might also be donning the green and gold. Let's put that out there and hopefully it materializes, and I'm wishing you nothing but a joyous celebration for this entire week that you've gotten off. And again, well done. These ladies aren't going anywhere though. We're going to have some fun with them because they are champions and they deserve a little bit of a breather because they've earned it. And we'll do just that just after this.